Hi there, welcome to Sports Law in 5, and today I'm going to talk about county cricket. The season's just ended today, um, and I'm going to talk a bit about how the vote to leave the European Union, Britain's vote, is going to affect possibly the county game, and in particular kolpak cricketers. Now, briefly, we should look at reminding ourselves what is a kolpak cricketer. It's a term that's bandied around quite a lot. Just remind ourselves what it actually is. Well, the term derives from a European Court of Justice judgment in 2003, and it concerns a Slovakian handball player called Marius Kolpak. Now, at the time, Slovakia was not a member of the European Union, and the court ruled that citizens of countries which have signed an EU association agreement, which is a treaty between non-EU countries and countries within the EU, have the right to work as EU citizens. Now, one such EU association agreement was called the CONTO Agreement, COTONOU, and this was signed between a number of countries, which included South Africa, Zimbabwe, and a number of other Caribbean countries, all of which play cricket. This was signed between them and 15 EU countries, including the United Kingdom. Now, because of this, basically cricketers from the likes of South Africa and West Indies and Zimbabwe can play for county teams without actually using up the quota of overseas players. So there's lots of examples of this. Dwayne Smith, the West Indian batsman, very well known. England's former coach is Zimbabwean Andy Flower, and current South African international Francois du Plessis, or Faf du Plessis. So, what's the impact of this? How did this affect county cricket? Well, the England and Wales Cricket Board, the ECB, have been concerned for quite a while about the impact of kolpak players, and particularly on the domestic setup. A lot of people have argued that it's improved the standard of county cricket. But others, like the ECB, have suggested that it reduces opportunities for homegrown English players. So young English players trying to make it in the county scene are perhaps blocked by a more experienced kolpak cricketer. Now, since the ruling in 2003, the ECB have done a number of things to try and curtail the impact of kolpak. And they've often found their methods are legally unenforceable. One such measure that they did introduce was they declared that to qualify as a kolpak cricketer, the cricketer should not have represented his country for 12 months or more. However, this was deemed to have breached the kolpak ruling and was very quickly abandoned. So what about kolpak post-Brexit? On the outside, presumably then, if Britain has voted to leave the EU, the kolpak ruling will no longer apply, and the ECB will then be free to set restrictions on foreign players as it sees fit. So that's basically the end of kolpak, right? Well, it might not be that simple as the whole Brexit process itself. And we don't really know whether Britain will become a member of something called the EEA, so the European Economic Area, whether Britain will require some level of access to the single market and require some sort of compromise on free movement, which could in turn mean that rulings like kolpak will actually stay, or some form of it might stay. So in truth, it's not quite, we shouldn't quite be heralding the end of kolpak just yet, until we have a clear idea on exactly what exactly what Brexit will mean for Britain. I think it is a bit premature. So very much like the rest of the country, county cricket and its kolpak players will have to wait and see what the future holds for them. So that's Sports Law in 5. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again very shortly.